Boston FC. How's preparation a little bit different for a team that you've already faced once?
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, what was it, 4 games ago?
Yeah, second game of
Yeah,
the season.
so I think normally, sort of like when you play somebody at the start and you play somebody maybe 10, 15 games later, there's maybe there's different patterns, different scenarios, different players, different systems. But I think with us playing in such a short space, I think both teams are probably going to be really similar to what happened at Providence Park in terms of the way that each team plays. They've had a great start to the season, a real clear identity in the way that they play. They've got a front four that's really, really dangerous. They counter-attack really well, and they don't concede goals. So it's going to be a really good game. It's one of the stadiums and places where it's probably in my top 3 in the MLS to go to. Austin, I think it's a beautiful city, really nice stadium. I think the green of Austin, is similar to ours, so it's a good. I think it's a good feel. We've got a good feeling going there. We've got a fully fit squad apart from Jonathan Rodríguez. Probably got to check on Juan Mosquera, who comes off the back of major minutes at the weekend and didn't train today. But apart from that, we're in good shape.
Last time going on the road, you won 3-0 in Colorado. How is the preparation for this game? How is this preparation for this game both the same and different now as you try and start a winning streak on the road?
Well, I think road games are about momentum, both ways, both winning and losing. And I think hopefully the game in Colorado's give us confidence. I think you saw in the Houston game how coming out of Colorado give us confidence, and it's about building momentum, maintaining our form. Making sure there's no complacency, because we've still got a lot of work to do. We're still nowhere near the levels that I think we can get to, and making sure that this week in particular you've got a group of players below the starting 11 that I think have been absolutely sensational in training. So they're pushing hard for starts, and I think there could be opportunities in the next couple of weeks for rotation, for players that deserve to play, and for stuff like that. So we feel as if we're in a good place. Jonathan Rodríguez is back from his visa Friday, so tomorrow. So we're hoping to have him back as soon as possible, and he'll be back training with us hopefully next week, and we'll see how it goes from there.
On Saturday, you talked about how important Felipe Moore has been, not only on the pitch but also getting guys acquainted off of it and kind of delivering on the veteran team chemistry aspect of it. And I'm just curious, in the realm of like cliche to something actually really mattering, where does kind of team chemistry fall and guys getting along off the pitch and that sort of thing?
I think I've been a big believer in sort of like, talent versus togetherness, talent versus attitude, and talent for me is only 10-15%. And I think where I thought this season we could make incredible grounds was in that chemistry off the pitch, the togetherness off the pitch, that brotherhood off the pitch, and I think we've worked really hard on that. I think there is a formation of a really, really good together team, a team that's together and with good spirit. And so a team that's together, that's going on the pitch is going to be a stronger team than a team full of individuals. And I think I said it last year, I thought we had some brilliant individuals, but maybe we just didn't have everyone pulling in the same direction all the time. And I feel this year, I think we're getting closer to how I feel in terms of the culture of the building, the culture of the team. And like I say, we're still building it. We go to Austin tonight. We're having a team meal tonight, which we don't normally have away from the hotel. We feel as if we're going to walk out to a restaurant together and just foster that spirit that you get when you're on the road. And these 2-3 day trips are a time when we can come even closer together.
Oh, I was just going to say, is there a catalyst for that, of why things are closer this year? Is it just being in year 2 of...
What I always think is that, for instance, I mentioned Pipe Moore and Diego Traora are really important, but I think what you have is you have a group of young players that have come from different parts of the world, and they've been dropped into Portland, and when you're on your own, you need someone around you, and I think they form in a little bit of spirit, and by being friends on and off the pitch, and then we have a we have an incredible bunch of South American players that are so tight. You know, the Colombians, even though their English is massively improving, you know, we're forcing them to take English lessons twice a week now. At the start, they really didn't want to turn up for the classes. Now they love coming to them, and they have fun in their classes. The teacher is phenomenal, and you know, I think that's a big step. A common language within the group is important, and we've recruited a lot from Colombia, South America, Uruguay, Paraguay. And when you have half the group that doesn't speak the language, you're going to have the biggest thing for me about leadership is communication. When you can't fully communicate within the group, and that's from peer to peer, that's going to cause not problems, but it's going to cause moments when people don't understand what they're doing. I think what you see now is a team that understands exactly what they're doing.
Phil, I had two for you, and following along with that thought of the cohesiveness and building chemistry. For the first time last game, you had the 4 Colombians on their starting 11. The last 2 games, 6 goals. So you get in bodies, and that translates on the field, right?
Yeah.
How that changed the week more than the game itself, having those people coming in and being ready and not injured and pushing.
Yeah, well, I think at this, we had a difficult pre-season in terms of availability of players, and we had a difficult pre-season in terms of some of the players didn't come back in the shape that they could have done because of their injuries in the off-season. So we knew the start of the season would be a little bit choppy. You know, we played a different system last time we played Austin. Why? Because that's the players that we had to fit the system that was best for us. So what you saw against Houston was a team that we had the right shapes in the right holes, and we had a cohesiveness, and people understood their roles. There's bound to be a friendship amongst people from the same country. And what I would say about Diego in particular, Diego is someone that's obviously Colombian, but he knits the whole group together. But then you've got Santi, Jimmer and Juan that gravitate towards each other. But if you look at them, they're pulling in, say, Kevin Kelsey and Anthony. So they pull people into their group because of their personalities and characters. And I think that's really important. And I say the language barrier has been it's been a big change for us. You know, we've got a mental performance coach that's come in, Lacey, that now we put up on the board. You know, we have almost like a Duolingo type board where English are learning Spanish, Spanish are learning English. So because we want a common language within the club. And another big thing is probably 3-4 times a week, the group now as a whole, we meditate, we do breath work, we do wellness stuff. It's all things that will help with performance. We're doing the extra 1% that's helping. And on top of that, we've still got a long way to go, but it's massively important, the work that everybody's doing. My staff, my assistants are doing fantastic work. The performance group have got a team that's now really fit. So if we keep improving with the quality of staff that we've got here, then we're going to get better. And we've still got many challenges ahead, and this weekend is a big one.
Mm-hmm. And what can you tell us about the situation with Miguel Araujo and the rumors in Peru that he's working on not coming back to Portland?
Well, I mean, that's new to me at this moment in time, because he's currently away just collecting his green card. Now, there are 20 days to go, I think, before the transfer window closes, and we have a lot of options at centre back. But at this moment in time, there is nothing to report on Miguel Araujo. He's our player. He's desperate to get his green card. We want him to get his green card because it frees up an international spot, and that's really all I can say on that matter.
Okay, we'll wrap it there.